Malaysia is a happy melting pot of modernity and tradition. Nestled in Southeast Asia, between Singapore, Thailand, and Indonesia, Malaysia is a country where you can soak in sunshine, stroll along seashores, and marvel at scenic views, all in one place. With over 31 million people calling it home, Malaysia boasts an effervescent capital, Kuala Lumpur, renowned for its towering skyscrapers, alongside the lush green rainforests of Borneo. It's a place many consider a food paradise, brimming with a rich culinary heritage that tantalizes taste buds. But beyond its well-known attractions, Malaysia hides many unique and shocking facts that most people are unaware of. From its incredible biodiversity to its fascinating cultural practices, Malaysia is full of surprises that will leave you in awe. Get ready to uncover the unexpected and explore the lesser-known wonders of this captivating country. Number 1. Real rainforest inside the Kuala Lumpur airport. You may be curious about how there can be a rainforest inside an airport. Let me explain this captivating story to you. During the construction of Kuala Lumpur International Airport, the architects and planners came up with a brilliant idea. Rather than destroying all the natural beauty, they chose to protect a portion of Malaysia's iconic rainforest in the center of the airport. Skip ahead to the present moment, and there you have it. Travelers from around the world can now enjoy a relaxed walk through this small jungle while they wait for their flights. Entering a different world is similar to being surrounded by the busy and active atmosphere of traveling. Imagine yourself strolling down the meandering trails, encompassed by tall trees, colorful leaves, and the calming noise of flowing waterfalls. It is an otherworldly experience that truly distinguishes Malaysia as a travel spot. Were you aware that it's possible to experience a tropical rain shower while inside the airport? Yes, what you heard is correct. The rainforest at Kuala Lumpur International Airport is so realistic that it sometimes replicates the natural weather patterns of a genuine rainforest. Number 2. The food capital of the world is in Malaysia. Picture a nation where wherever you go, you are welcomed by the tempting scent of freshly prepared delicacies. That's Malaysia in a nutshell. From the busy streets of Kuala Lumpur to the artistic center of Penang, this Southeast Asian treasure is a paradise for food enthusiasts. Now, we will discuss hawker stalls, which are the core of Malaysian food culture. These modest yet lively arrangements provide a culinary experience unlike any other. Imagine yourself enjoying a delicious bowl of laksa, relishing the crispy roti canai with Indian influence, or treating yourself to the Malaysian favorite, nasi lemak. What's even better? These delights are waiting for you around every corner. Located in the center of Malaysia is Penang, which is considered the most important part of street food culture. In this place, culinary customs from India, China, and Southeast Asia come together, producing a delightful blend of tastes that will surely have you wanting more. What sets Penang apart from others? The main focus is on ancestry. A lot of the street food vendors in this area come from families where their trade has been passed down through 2 or 3 generations, sharing their cooking techniques with their children. Every mouthful tastes like a slice of the past for a reason. Now let's discuss Georgetown, the historical center of Penang. In contrast to its modern counterparts, Georgetown still has its old world charm, which makes it an ideal setting for a street food exploration. As you wander through its intricate streets, a variety of tastes will welcome you, each one more alluring than the previous. Number 3. One of the most diverse countries in Asia. Were you aware that Malaysia is among the most varied nations in Asia? Exactly! Malaysia, with approximately 31 million inhabitants, is a diverse mix of various ethnicities, religions, and cultures. Roughly half of the population in Malaysia is of Malay descent, with sizable Chinese and Indian populations also present. However, the most intriguing part is that Malaysia has more than 200 native communities, especially in Sabah and Sarawak states in Borneo Island. Here's an astonishing revelation. Islam is the official religion of Malaysia, and all Malays are required to be Muslims by law. Nevertheless, even though Malaysia is mainly Muslim, it also has a diverse range of religions, such as Buddhism, Christianity, and Hinduism. Therefore, what implications does this variety hold for Malaysia? Every part of life shows it, from the lively street food culture to the many languages and dialects spoken. Malaysia is more than just a nation. It is a mix of tastes, rituals, and practices. Picture yourself strolling through the streets of Kuala Lumpur, with the enticing smells of satay skewers, roti canai, and nasi lemak filling the air. It is a paradise for food enthusiasts, where each mouthful recounts the tale of Malaysia's diverse heritage. And we shouldn't overlook the festivals either. Malaysia is skilled at hosting vibrant celebrations such as Thai Pusam and Chinese New Year. It is a location where various groups unite to honor their distinctiveness and accept their commonality as Malaysians. Number 4. Nobody knows when the next election is. Unlike certain countries with fixed election dates, Malaysia operates under a different system where election dates are more flexible. Imagine this. As you sip on your tea tarik one morning, you ponder about when the next election will take place. Well, can you believe it? No one has any idea. Yes, you heard correctly. Why does it have to be this way? Okay, here's the lowdown. As per Malaysia's constitution, there is a requirement to hold a federal election every 5 years. However, here's the catch. The Prime Minister has the authority to disband the parliament and request an early election at their discretion. Discuss the importance of keeping everyone alert and attentive. Am I right? It's similar to anticipating your beloved TV series to release an unexpected episode suddenly. Now, let's go back to 2013, a year that many Malaysians will never forget. There were rumors circulating that Prime Minister Najib Razak could surprise everyone and plan the election for a holiday weekend. Pretty sneaky, right? However, the election was extremely close, with the ruling party winning by a tiny margin, leading to a heated debate. Now, you may be asking yourself, what's all the commotion about? Just picture residing in a nation where you cannot schedule your holiday because you are unsure if an election will occur during that time. That's how Malaysia is, constantly keeping you alert. Here's an interesting tidbit for you. Have you realized that the identical political alliance has been in power in Malaysia since 1957 when it gained independence? Discuss the topic of living a long life. Number 5. The largest flower in the world. Behold this gorgeous sight. The Rafflesia features a flower that can reach a size of over 1 yard across, establishing it as a massive member of the plant world. However, the twist is that when this beautiful flower blossoms, it doesn't have the sweet scent of roses. No. It actually gives off a strong smell resembling decaying flesh, which is why it is affectionately called the corpse flower. But brace yourselves, people, because there is a cause for this foul odor. The unpleasant odor has a function. It lures in flies. The aroma attracts these buzzing creatures, which then unintentionally serve as pollinators for the Rafflesia. While moving from one flower to another, they spread pollen, guaranteeing the continued existence of this extraordinary species. Now, you may be curious about where these huge plants can be located. You don't have to search any further than the verdant rainforests of Borneo, where the Rafflesia resides. Malaysia, located in the center of Southeast Asia, is happy to be among the 17 countries with abundant wildlife known as megadiverse. However, I have an additional unique fact about Malaysia. It is not only where the Rafflesia originates from, but also a rich source of various forms of wildlife. From the tall trees to the mysterious wildlife, every part of this nation is full of vitality and marvel. Number 6. You could be put to death for marijuana possession. Were you aware that in Malaysia, having specific quantities of drugs can result in unforeseeable consequences? Yes, indeed, people. According to the Dangerous Drug Act, individuals can be sentenced to death for possessing as little as 15 grams of heroin or morphine, 1 kilogram of opium, 40 grams of cocaine, or 200 grams of marijuana. Let's pause to allow that to fully register. Is there 200 grams of marijuana? That's approximately the same weight as a tiny apple. It's truly astonishing to consider that such a minute amount could result in such drastic outcomes. You may be asking yourself, why does Malaysia have such a strict stance on drugs? Understanding the context is crucial. For years, Malaysia has been facing drug-related problems just like many other countries. The government holds the belief that harsh punishments deter drug trafficking and consumption. Although the goal is to reduce drug abuse, the consequence is often that these severe punishments impact not only major traffickers, but also people dealing with addiction or hardship. It is important to bear in mind that there is a human narrative behind every statistic. There are lives on the line. Therefore, it is crucial to engage in transparent and direct discussions about drug policies in Malaysia as well as globally, now more than ever. Number 7. The tallest twin skyscrapers in the world. Chances are you have spotted the famous twin towers that soar above the clouds in Kuala Lumpur. The towers, called the Petronas Towers, were once the tallest buildings in the world when they were built in 1998. Just picture that! Reaching an impressive height of 1,483 feet, these towers remain the world's tallest twin skyscrapers. However, the interesting part is that each tower has a unique function. Tower 1 serves as the main office for Malaysia's gas company Petronas, as well as its related companies and branches. It's as if it's the heart of Malaysia's energy sector. In the meantime, Tower 2 is bustling with activity, as many other companies have chosen to set up shop there. It's similar to a small city located inside the tower. Further than just the impressive height and the busy corporate atmosphere, there is a more profound narrative to be told. These towers represent Malaysia's aspirations and determination to aim high, quite literally. And we mustn't overlook the architectural wonders they embody. Simply pause for a moment to admire the elegant design, the intricate elements, all converging to create this remarkable structure that has grabbed the world's gaze. Number 8. World's only rotating monarchy. The title of Malaysia's king is officially known as Yang di-Pertuan Agong, which means he who is made lord. But here's the twist. It's not a position passed down through generations as you would assume. Rather, it is a monarch chosen by a special council of hereditary Malay rulers called the Conference of Rulers. Now you may be curious about how this entire system operates. Every 5 years, the 9 royal rulers come together to select one of their own to be the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. It's similar to a regal version of musical chairs, just with added grandeur and ceremony. And believe it or not, it has been like this since Malaysia achieved independence. Discuss a well-established custom. This distinct system demonstrates Malaysia's dedication to democracy and also recognizes its diverse cultural heritage. Allow me to present to you the present ruler, Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah. What an impressive title, isn't it? He took over the throne following Sultan Muhammad V of Kelantan's decision to step down. Additionally, he is also the 6th Sultan of Pahang, just for your information. Number 9. The world's largest cave chamber. Picture entering a massive underground church where the magnificence of nature has no limits. This is exactly what you will find at the Sarawak Cave Chamber, a hidden treasure located within the Gunung Mulu National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site on the enchanting island of Borneo. Imagine a cave so large that it could comfortably fit a football stadium and still have extra space. This stunning chamber, measuring 600 meters long and 415 meters wide, and reaching an astounding height of 80 meters, showcases the incredible force and beauty of nature. However, that's not the only thing. Millions of swiftlets and bats reside within this underground world, increasing the captivating charm of the already mesmerizing scenery. It is a real display of life flourishing in the most surprising locations. Let's take a step back and admire the vast size of Gunung Mulu National Park. Covering an area of 528.64 square kilometers, this untouched wilderness is a paradise for biodiversity, with 17 unique vegetation zones and home to more than 3,500 species of vascular plants. And we must also remember the park's main attraction, the breathtaking Gunung Mulu sandstone pinnacle, towering at a remarkable height of 2,377 meters. It is a massive representation of the strength and endurance found in nature. Malaysia is not only known for its natural beauty, but also for its diverse cultural heritage. UNESCO has acknowledged the unique mix of architecture, culture, and history in historic cities, such as Melaka and Georgetown. If that doesn't catch your attention, Malaysia's Lenggong Valley also entices visitors with its archaeological discoveries, providing insight into the area's history. It is an intriguing voyage through history that contributes another dimension to Malaysia's varied fabric. Number 10. Singapore was once part of Malaysia. Let's rewind the clock back to the late 1950s. Singapore, like many other nations, was shaking off the shackles of colonialism. In 1959, it gained its independence from British rule. And around the same time, a certain visionary leader stepped onto the stage. I'm talking about none other than Lee Kuan Yew, often hailed as one of the greatest leaders of modern times. In 1959, he became Singapore's first Prime Minister and began steering the nation towards prosperity. Fast forward to July 9, 1963. Lee Kuan Yew, along with leaders from other states, signed the Malaysia Agreement, which officially brought Singapore into the fold of Malaysia. Yep, you heard that right. Singapore was part of Malaysia. Now, you might be wondering, why did Singapore join Malaysia in the first place? Well, it was all about forging a stronger, united front against common challenges. But as they say, the course of history is never smooth sailing. Tensions began to simmer, fueled by differences in economics and politics. And unfortunately, racial violence erupted in Singapore in 1964, further straining the relationship between the two entities. Despite efforts to reconcile, Malaysia made the tough decision to let Singapore go. And just like that, on August 9, 1965, Singapore bid farewell to Malaysia and charted its own course as an independent and sovereign state. And the rest, as they say, is history. Singapore went on to defy the odds, transforming itself into a global economic powerhouse and a shining beacon of democracy in Asia. So there you have it, folks. A little-known fact that sheds light on the intricate tapestry of Southeast Asian history. Join me next time for more mind-blowing revelations. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.